Hello everyone, and welcome back to Amateur Hour Projects. Today, we are going to finish. Whee! We're going to finish the ECTO-1 Ghostbuster car. Last time, if you recall, we did the engine. Pretty cool, pretty nifty. We did the windows. And we did the back door here, as well as the remaining front part of this section. So today, we're going to go ahead and finish it up. We're going to do the last couple of bags here. It's going to be the roof with all the gadgets, wheels, and finish up the back end. So, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so as we go in here and we start to finish these last few bags, just want to say that this has been a pretty fun project. I've always liked Legos, as I've said before, and this one build is definitely no exception. So as I've mentioned previously, we only have a little bit left to do, mainly the roof and the gadgets on the roof, plus a couple extra little things. First we start working on the main body of the roof here, and it comes in a couple of different sections. While we were working on this here, I will mention that I only know now that the car was not in frame for a majority of the end, but we will get to inspect the gadgets in the top of the roof a little bit closer at the end of the video. I do make sure to point everything out. Now right here we are making the larger section of the back top of the roof. And it ends up just being a large plate. Oh, made a little mistake there. One thing I thought was pretty neat was, you won't actually see this in the end of the build, but they still color-coded both sides of the roof there. Just thought that was pretty interesting. Now here we are making some of the basins and the mechanics that the upper gadgets sit upon. As well as some of the little mechanical parts that we will get to see what it does afterwards. And we just very gently push the top on. And now we have a completed car. All we have to do now is just make all the gadgets on top, fill out the sides, and the wheels. And on to the next bag. This bag focuses heavily on the gadgets on the top. Now it's difficult to see what I'm building here with all these black pieces, but it ends up being a platform that sits on the top of the roof that holds some of the gadgets. Now, I'm not sure what these green pieces are supposed to represent once they're put together. I think it is some sort of gas tank or chemical tank or something. But it just sits on the side there. Now this, I believe, is a siren. And a light. Playing with those little sword antenna. And this turns into a sort of radar, or antenna. Then we just pop it on top. And from here out, you probably won't be able to see much of what is going on the roof of the car, but again, I promise we will get to it. Now, this is what I thought was really neat. These yellow pieces that we put on the bottom, much earlier, they asked us to take off to use in this part of the build. After looking at a few things, some builds will have you do that for stability purposes, and then they repurpose those parts or just ask you to remove them later on when they're no longer needed. But I like this set because it repurposed it. And we make little oxygen tanks, I think. And now we make an actual radar dish. That piece is supposed to be a light, like an emergency light that spins around. This is the radar dish. Yes, continue to put things off frame. Good job. Now this is supposed to be, I think, a paranormal sonar or something similar. Now here we go with an antenna and random wiring and the side view mirrors. Extra pieces. And final bag here. Now here we make a few lights, lots of little pieces, pretty much all doing the same thing. and some additional lights scattered around the vehicle. And now it's time for the tires. I thought that maybe they had to go in a specific way and facing a certain way, but that didn't turn out to be true. They do need to be facing a certain way when you put them on the vehicle, so that the design part is facing outward. And the wheels do work. Time for some hubcaps. And now it's time to build the rest of the side plating for the car. Now that I flipped it around, you can kind of see a little bit at the top. It's not much better, I understand. But again, patience. We'll see more of the top in a few minutes. And more random wires. Now we get to work on the other side. And we have a ladder here on the side to help them reach the things on the top. And now it's more random tubing. So I don't know exactly what the majority of all the little gadgets and things are supposed to do on the vehicle. If anyone does know, feel free to explain them in detail to me in the comments. I would genuinely like to know if you have that information. Another wire. Here we go with more lights, more the same tiny little pieces. And here we make the last two things of the entire project. This is the Ghost Trapper on wheels. I think they have it on a remote control for this version. I'm not entirely certain, but it's very cute. And it sits in the back. Whoosh. And it has a little secret release lever. And here we go, the most important piece. The Stay Puft Marshmallow bag. There we go. We'll see more of these things that I'm playing with closer up here in just a moment, but this was a super fun build. I really enjoyed putting this together. Alright, and there we have it. The completed ECTO-1 Ghostbusters vehicle. Let's take a closer look at everything, shall we? So this thing is pretty big. You can tell by how small my arms look. But it's also really cool. So let's take a closer look at everything here. This bad boy is pretty sweet. Got a bunch of gadgets on top. And it looks like it's pretty dirty on the sides. Here is the other side. Pretty neat. Let's take a look at the front and that engine. And that is pretty darn cool. And here's the back. And let's take a look inside as best as we can. Cool little dashboard in there. You can see the pedal, steering wheel, shifter. Other side here. Rest of the dashboard. Got some a marshmallow bag. It's cute. Let's take a look at this side. Looks pretty cool in there. It's pretty cool. A chair comes out. And then you just push it back in. Let's take a look at the back here. inside for all those gadgets. There's a little ghost trapper. And let's take a look. That's pretty neat. All right, and there we have it. That was a fun little project that we did. If you guys have been keeping track of the spare part tally or have been curious about it, I'll go ahead and put that on the screen now. If you guys liked this video, go ahead and like it. If you want to see more, go ahead and let me know in the comments or tell me what your favorite part was of the whole series. If you have any suggestions on any other Lego builds to do, go ahead and let me know. And as always, thank you very much for joining us. And you guys have a great day.